Well, hello guys! ¿Qué pasa? What's up? Antonio Serrano here, and today I brought you one of my favorite types of video. Yes, another top 5. In this case, my top 5 best routines for comedy magic of all time. Comedy magic is the only kind of magic that I perform. Why? Because I can't do anything else. Yeah. When I started performing magic at the age 13, I wanted to be a serious magician. I wore a vest, a bow tie, a top hat that I bought, one of those collapsible top hats, and I wanted to be serious because my approach was if I am a magician, if I have superpowers, people shouldn't laugh at me. It was when I met magicians like Juan Tamariz or Pepe Carroll, my favorite Spanish magician, Pepe Carroll, when I realized that you can be a magician, a respected magician, and funny as hell. So it's great. And also, if you see Juan Tamariz lectures, David Williamson, Leonard Grint, you realize that being a funny guy and being a chaotic person, all that stuff, helps in order to fool with the magic. If you are a very smooth performer and elegant, and all of your moves are very well choreographed, people are going to be looking at your hands, people are going to expect that you are skillful. But if you are messy and you don't know how to shuffle cards, you know, Leonard Green, David Williamson, Danny Ortiz style, you are going to be a more trustworthy performer. Like, oh, he doesn't know how to shuffle cards, oh, he lost the card. That's something that I love about David Williamson and all those guys. So being a comedy magician, best thing that happened to me. If I had to be working nowadays as a magician, making doves appear and all the stuff, probably I would have starved to death. It's not my style. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah. So, top 5 comedy routines of all time. I love this list, okay? With some honorable mentions as always. At number 5, I've got Superfly by Scott Alexander. So sorely missed, one of my favorite comedy working magicians. Superfly is basically a card across routine, but where the cards are kept inside of an envelope, inside of 2 guys fly, right? And he has like a silk with some kind of a zombie gimmick, and he takes the silk, puts it in front of one guy's fly, and he pretends like the cards are flying out of the guy's pants and going towards the other guy. So it's extremely funny. It's so funny how you can take a trick like cards across and make it that interesting, that hilarious, right? It's great, a great routine. At number 5, talking about the master David Williamson, Rocky Raccoon by David Williamson. Anytime that David Williamson does something, the whole world needs to shut up. And when he takes out Rocky Raccoon, that's great. And it doesn't matter, he can do Rocky Raccoon at a table, close up, kills. Rocky Raccoon at a stage with people in the car and throwing the cars and go, it kills. Rocky Raccoon with a family audiences, with kids in the stage trying to protect one another from Rocky Raccoon, kills. It's great. It's like, but let me tell you a secret, let me tell you the big secret. It's not about Rocky Raccoon, it's about the tall guy. Yeah, the tall guy, that silly faces, yeah, David Williamson. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce. That guy, everything he touches, he makes it extremely funny and extremely magical. So number 4 goes to Rocky Raccoon from David Williamson. Number 3, Electric Jumping Chairs from Paul Daniels. I don't remember the artist, but he says that he had to perform as an opening act for another performer, Paul Daniels. And that performer asked him as an opening act not to do the electric chairs. Like, please don't do the electric chairs, because the electric chairs is so mesmerizing, so impossible, that when I start performing, people are still talking about the electric chair. So please don't talk, please don't perform that trick. So is that good of a trick? You just have to Google it, you just have to search it on YouTube and look at it. It's great, it's amazing. I have his DVD set Bravura, and the secret is even more impressive. It's basically great, and it's one of those routines that pack extremely flat, because in every venue where you perform, you are going to find chairs, so you just have to carry basically nothing, and you have an outstanding routine to perform that is funny, that is magical, that is mesmerizing. So yeah, without any shadow of a doubt, number 3 goes to Electric Chairs, to Paul Daniels. Number 2 would be the Hiccup Core from Mac King. What a great bit of business. This is the moment in Mac King's show when he says that he has the cure for the hiccups. And he takes a paper bag, puts it on top of his head, he starts turning around, and he's facing the other way around, he's giving his back to the audience, and then he takes the paper bag and crumbles it down, and he has no head. It's like his shoulders and everything crumbled down. And then he pops it up, like, and then he turns around and he has the head inside and he's completely dizzy. What a great beat. It's not, maybe it's not a routine in itself, it's just like a throw off beat or trick, but oh my god, I would kill to have that beat inside of my show. So funny, so interesting, and that's what makes the Mac King show the Mac King show. Even the transitions between one routine and the other routine are gold, are gold. Most magicians would die for having routines that are as good as Mac King's links between routines. Is simply unbelievable. Unbelievable. The transitions that he has from one routine to the other are pure gold. So before number 1, let me give you some honorable mentions, right? I have, for example, 5-card opener by Bill Abbott. Great routine. And when he combines it with the 5-card box and all the stuff, great routine. What an amazing opener. I also have the Magic Square by John Archer. What a great guy, John Archer. The first time that I learned the Balloon Swallow, that is one of my staples in my show, I learned it in his At the Table lecture, and the Magic Square that is in his Penguin lecture, and I think that it is also in his college or university, Magic College, something like that, in his DVDs. What a great presentation for the Magic Square. That guy is the best. He can take the most boring trick ever and make it entertaining. As simple as that. I also love Mike Caveney, great comedy magician, Silverware and Chicken. It's great. He performs scissors through coat, and that could be enough for most magicians, but not for Mike Caveney. He takes the coat, no holes in the coat, and then suddenly a spoon falls from the coat, and he's like, oh my god, you took a spoon from the restaurant, no problem. And then a whole rain of spoons start to fall from the jacket, and a metal pitcher and a couple of metal trays, and at the end he goes, okay, the table is set, do you want dinner, do you want the chicken? And he produces a live chicken from the guy's coat. It's like, how can you get more magical than that? I think that is impossible. It is impossible to get more magical than producing a live bird, a live chicken out of the guy's coat. And the last thing that I have is Cody Fisher's comedy book test. Oh my god, I love this comedy book test. Every word that he guesses is more fun and more impossible. The beat that he has, where he makes everyone think that the guy is thinking of the word fart, but it is not the word fart, but he starts asking questions, and it's basically like an episode of Friends. I love those comedy sitcoms when there is those episodes, like the whole idea of the episode is a misunderstanding. Somebody thinks that they are talking about one thing, the other one thinks that they are talking about another thing, and a whole chaos dismantles out of that little misunderstanding. So I love this effect because it's basically that. I think that you are thinking about this word, and I start asking questions about this word, and it is extremely funny because it ends up that you are not thinking about that word. So it's impossible to get more hilarious than that. So ladies and gentlemen, my number 1 comedy routine. Oh my god. I love and at the same time I hate this routine. I love and I hate this routine. And it is the Mind Reading Goose from Steve Spiel. Why do I say that I love it? I love it because it's simply great. For me, is the greatest comedy magic routine. I think it's impossible to do something that is funnier than this, and more magical than this. It's pure mentalism, but combined with the most hilarious stage helper that you can have, which is the mind reading goose. Why do I say that I hate this routine? I hate this routine because the first time that I saw this routine, I was like, I'm done. I am done. There is no way on this earth that I could ever create a routine that is nearly as funny, as magical, and as intelligent as this one. It's like, there are those routines that you see them and you are like, oh, that's cool. There are those routines that you see them and you are like, I would love to put that in my show. And there are those routines that you see them and you are like, oh my god, I freaking hate this guy. How on earth can you create something that good? It's simply amazing. Simply and utterly amazing. If you haven't seen the Mind Reading Goose, you have to take a look at that. It's extremely well scripted, all the beats, all the gags. 10 out of 10. I can't say anything else. So guys, if I miss any comedy routine that you think that is ludicrous, that is not in this list, please let me know in the comments below, and I see you in a near future. Bye there.